Hello students. So student, in the previous class in the chapter that is pollution of air and water, we have discussed about that of the air pollution. We studied that how the air causes the pollution. Okay. In this one students, we also talk about that what are the different causes and what are the different effects of the air pollution. Okay, so in the effect student we discussed about the two things, and that is the three things, that is the global warming, then we talk about the acid rain, and finally we also discussed global warming, acid rain and that of the smog. So you should know that all these are responsible for, all these are the effect of the air pollution. Okay, we said that the global warming is what? The unnatural increase of the temperature of the earth's surface, that is known as a global warming. When we talk about the acid rain students, so acid rain basically occur due to the incomplete combustion of the chemicals in the automobile companies, or even in the you can say in the power plants. So there due to incomplete combustion there is a release of the gases, and these gases it remain in the atmosphere, and when the rainfall occur, these harmful gases or these toxic gases will mixes with the rainwater, and ultimately it will lead to the acidic rain. Okay, and it shows a very adverse effect on our environment. Then the smog is there students. Smog is what? Basically it is a combination of the smoke and fog. Okay, so smoke and fog, they combine together to form, that is the smog. Okay, we have also discussed that there are a lot of adverse effect of the smog also, like you see this is smog, it causes the visibility problem. Smog also when we inhale the smog, so since it consisting of a particulate matter student, it consisting of a smoke also, so we can say that it will ultimately leads to the infection, any kind of a lung infection or breathing problem will be there. And not only this, it will also affect the eye and the throat of a person. Okay, so you see that it causes problem in the throat of a person, right? The membrane of the eye, even that of the throat become dry up. Okay, and because of that it causes irritation. Okay, so we can say that the smog is also responsible for causing the problem, and this basically occur due to the harmful gases. These harmful gases it releases in the atmosphere and causes the air pollution. Okay, so you see students, we can say that smog is what? Basically it consisting of a smoke in it, so it is harmful for us. So you see, these all are the different effect of the air pollution that is not good for us, or we can say that because of the air pollution we can see that global warming or acidic rain or acid rain or the smog can occur. So these are what? These are the different effects of the air pollution. Okay, so we can write it. Effects of air pollution. Okay, so this is the effect of the air pollution. Now what we have to see that we have discussed about the effect, we have discussed about the causes, we have discussed about the pollution and the pollutant. Now how can we prevent it? Because you know that it is not good for our air, it reduces the quality of the air students. So ultimately it is our responsibility to prevent the formation of a more harmful gases in the atmosphere. So what are the different preventive measures that we should take to avoid the increase in the level of the air pollution in our environment? Okay, so what are the different things, different preventive measures that we can take, students? You see, preventive measures of or prevention of air pollution. Prevention of air prevention of air pollution. Okay, so what are the you see students, air pollution, it can be controlled or it can be minimized if suppose we will take a proper amount of a if we take a if we see it carefully, take it seriously our environment, and we follow the preventive measures. Because of that there will be reduction in the level of the air pollution. Okay, so we can write it that air pollution can be minimized or controlled by taking proper measures. Okay, if suppose we follow the instructions, if we follow or if we are following the proper appropriate measures to prevent air pollution, yes, we are able to control it, yes, we are able to minimize the air pollution. Okay, we have learned with the student that there will be a lot of a bad effect is there of this increase in the level of the pollutants in the air. So what we have to do, it is our responsibility to reduce it. It is our responsibility is to prevent it. So for that we have to follow some measures that is required to make it reduce. Okay. So the first one, student, the first prevention that we can do is reduce the use of a private vehicle. Okay. Reduce the use of private vehicle. How? By resorting to public vehicle. So you see students, you have heard that the people they go to their offices, they used to go to their working place or to the school or to somewhere else. They used to prefer their own vehicles. Okay, it means that they used to go through their own private vehicle. So instead of going to their own private vehicle, what can we do? We should prefer to go or we should prefer the public transport. Okay. Now one more thing is also there, and that is we should implement the practicing of the carpooling. Okay, so we can write it, implement practices of carpooling, implement practice of carpooling for travel. To school or offices. You see students, we should reduce the use of the private vehicle. Instead of that, we should prefer the public transport. And how can we do so? If we will prefer the carpooling. Okay, if we implement the carpooling. You see student, if suppose you will take a public transport or a carpooling, so there will be no need of a more and more vehicles on the road, and ultimately the emission of the gases from each and every vehicle, it will get reduced. You see, we are having 4 friends and all of them are having their private vehicle. Okay, and instead of going by their individual vehicles, if all your 4 friends go through your own car or through bus, then what will happen? Ultimately, it will reduce the emission of the 3 vehicles. Okay, that will be used by the other friends. Okay, so if one by one each and every friends will use their own car and follow the carpooling, you can say, then ultimately there will be the reduction of the emission of the harmful gases from 3 other cars. So what happened? You see that instead of taking their private vehicle, they are using the public transport, or they are for implementing the carpooling. So ultimately it will reduce the emission of the vehicle. Otherwise, if all the 4 friends they will go with the same vehicle or with their own vehicles, so all the 4 vehicles will releases the harmful gases and increase the level of the air pollution. Okay, so what we can do, we should reduce the use of a private vehicle, and better we should prefer the public transport. Public transport is student, buses are there, trains are there, planes are there. So buses, they are very common on the road if we talk. So if one bus is there and it include more than a 40 or a 30 passengers, so you can understand that if all the 30 passengers they will use their own vehicle and they all are on the one vehicle, ultimately it will going to reduce the problem of the emission of the gases from the different vehicles. I hope you have understood that why it is saying that we should reduce the use of a private vehicle, and instead of that we should prefer the public transport. Okay, because the private vehicle, everyone if they will use, release of the more gases and ultimately leads to the air pollution. Okay, now we will move to the next one, student, and that is second is, that is avoid burning of crackers. On other occasion. You have heard about students that especially you see in Diwali or in any of the festival, the people they used to fire the crackers. Especially if we talk about the festival, so Diwali is the, you can say it is the festival in which the people they used to crack more, they used to burn a lot of a cracker. Now, not only this is student, but during celebration also, student, you have seen that the people they used to burn the crackers. Now ultimately you can understand by this that these crackers, it consisting of the chemicals, and when you burn it, then what will happen, these chemicals in the form of a shoot, in the form of the gases, they get evolved in the environment. Okay, so the chemicals which is present in it is very harmful, and the gases which released due to this is also very harmful. Okay, so you can understand that ultimately these gases, when it gets released in the air, it will cause the air pollution. I think student, you all are knowing about it, that after the celebration of Diwali, the next day, in the next morning, means you have heard that the chances of the level of the pollution, it will be much more. You all are knowing about it, and you see students that why does it occur? It is because of the burning of the cracker. And not only this, that okay, if the air pollution is there, if they are burning it, they are doing for the happiness. But no, you are not knowing about it. But yes, student, it will cause a lot of a problem to the person, especially those who are old, the aged person. You see, they are having a lot of respiratory problem, or the people, those who are suffering from the respiratory problem. If they will inhale such kind of gases, ultimately it will causes a lot of issue, a lot of infection or disease to them. Okay, not only this, it will also affect the small kids also. Okay, we will say that these gases are the toxic. So if any people, any of the age will going to inhale it, ultimately it will cause a problem to the lungs of the person. Okay, so you have heard about it, that the burning of the cracker leads to the air pollution. Yes, it is, and it not only occur in the festival, but you have seen that in any kind of occasion like a marriage and or different occasions, the people, they used to burn it. And this is now a sign of a happiness also, but it is not like that, because it is degrading the quality of our environment. And I think that the thing which is affecting our environment also is not to be used as a celebration. Okay, because nature is also a part of our life. We are because of the nature. Okay, so we should conserve it. We should, that is a gift from the God to us. So what we have to do, we have to conserve it so that we can survive. Okay, so we should avoid the burning of the crackers in the festival or in any kind of occasions. Okay, now we will move to the next one. Next one is switch to environment friendly fuels. Environment friendly fuel. Okay, such as CNG, LPG, PNG, which produces fewer pollutant than coal, kerosene, petrol, diesel, DIES. Okay, so you can see here, student, here it is talking about that we should switch to environment friendly fuels such as that of CNG or LPG or PNG, which produces a very fewer pollutant than that of the coal, kerosene, petrol and diesel. So you know that, student, these are what? These are also fuel. These are also fuel. Whether it is a coal or petroleum or that of the kerosene, these all are the fuel. Okay, so if they are used to for the different purpose. Okay, so when we burn it, it releases energy and we can use it for the different purpose, right? Now you see, student, if suppose we will going to use the coal, petroleum, instead of that, if we take a CNG or LPG or PNG, so LPG is what, student? It is a gas which we use for which will be used for the making food, for cooking purpose. Okay, so if you compare the wood, because that is also used for the same, or the cow dung cake, that is also a fuel. So instead of that, if suppose you use LPG, so what difference you will find? You will find that if you are using wood or if you are using the cow dung cake, it will produce a lot of pollution. Okay, there will be emission of the gases. Okay, in case of LPG, you have seen that we use LPG in the shaded area or in the kitchen itself, which is an enclosed room, right? Okay. So we can say that this LPG basically when we use it, students, so this will produces very less amount of pollutants or the gases. So since there will be the emission of less pollutants, so we should prefer the LPG rather than using the coal, rather than using the wood or that of the cow dung. The same thing we can do with the petrol and the diesel. You know that the car or the vehicle, they can move because of the petrol, because of the diesel, which act as a fuel and help the vehicle to move on the road. Okay, now these one, instead of that, you have heard about the compressed natural gas. If we use CNG instead of that of a petrol or kerosene, then it will produces a lesser number of less effect, and it produces less amount of a pollutant to the environment. Okay, so we can say that instead of using these petrol and diesel, we should prefer the compressed natural gas or that of the PNG. Okay, so we should use such kind of a fuel that is environment friendly. What is the meaning of the environment friendly? It means that fuel which do not harm the environment. Okay, that is the environment friendly. And how it does not harm the environment, students? By not producing such kind of gases which can affect it, which can reduce the quality of the air. Okay, so what we can do, we should use the environment friendly fuel. Okay, environment friendly fuel will be much better. Okay, so CNG, LPG, PNG, these all are the environment friendly fuel. Now we will move to the next one. So next is, students, that promote use of recycled product and biodegradable material. Promote use of a recycled product and use of a biodegradable material. Recycled product, what does that mean? Recycled product means, students, that the product now it is not in a use, but it can be reused, it can be recycled into other form, and then we can use it simply, we can use it easily. Okay, that kind of a product is known as a recycled product. Okay, so we should prefer the recycling, as well as we should prefer to use the biodegradable material. Bio means life, degradable materials. It means the things or the material which can be decomposed with the help of the microorganism. Such kind of a material is a biodegradable material. And you are knowing it, like vegetable pills are there. Vegetable pills are there, students, or we can say animal waste is there, plant waste. When we talk about the plant waste, students, here it is talking about the dry leaves are there, or the cow dung are there. Okay, so these are what, or wood is there. These are what? These are the biodegradable substances or biodegradable material. If we are going to use the vegetable paste or the animal waste, students, so you can understand by this that they can be composed, they can be converted to compost with the help of the decomposers or with the help of the red worm. Okay, and that biodegradable material can be converted into compost, and it can be used again in the form of a manure, because it helps in increasing the fertility of the soil, as well as it will help in replenish the nutrient, okay, in this soil. So you can understand that why the use of a biodegradable material is good for us. Now, not only this, there is another thing that we can see, that biodegradable material do not pollute the environment, since it do not release such kind of harmful materials or harmful gases to the environment. So it do not changes the quality, it do not reduces the quality of the environment, okay, of the air. So we can say that we should prefer the biodegradable material because it does not hamper the quality of the air. Then the next one is the recycled paper. Okay, so recycled product, if we talk, so you see student, there are a lot of a product like a glass is there, or a metal object are there, or a plastic objects are there. So what we used to do, we used to give to the wrappers, okay, and they used to carry it and give it to the factories or to the industry. Even the paper also. So they used to send the paper to the paper industry, plastic to the plastic industry, metal to the metal industry. Okay, so they send it to the respective factories or industries. There again they will get recycled. Okay, they get recycled and again we can use it in other form. Okay, so we can say that we should use the product which can be recycled easily, because ultimately what will happen, student, you see, if suppose we are using such kind of a material which cannot be recycled, many of the plastic material are there, student, which cannot be recycled easily. So if you throw it outside or if you burn it, ultimately it will cause us the pollution. It will increase the pollution. Okay, so we can say that better we should use the recycled product that can be recycled easily, okay, without burning it or without decomposing, although it does not get decomposed. Okay, so the next one is we should promote the recycle or the biodegradable waste material. Then drive in speed limit, within the speed limit. Drive within the speed limit. Next one is okay, then make sure your vehicle is properly maintained and serviced. Okay. Okay, so make sure that your vehicle is properly maintained and serviced. Okay, so you see student, these are the few things that we should follow to avoid the air pollution. So first one is student that we should drive within the speed limit. You have heard about it that we should not drive fast, but we should drive within the speed limit, as well as when you are waiting for the green signal. Till that, it means when the red signal is on, it's turned on, till that you can turn your engine off. Because at that time, if your engine is open, student, then ultimately it will. Okay, so we should turn the speed limit we should turn the engine off when the red light is turned on, because it will help in reducing the emission of the gases from the engine. Okay, then the next one is you make sure that your vehicle is properly maintained and serviced. Okay, because you have heard about it, if it will be not serviced properly, if it will be not maintained properly, it will consume more fuel, and if it will consume more fuel, students, so it will release more gases also. So the emission of the gases will be increased if it is not properly serviced and maintained. Okay, so we can say that we should drive within the speed limit. We should turn the engine off when it is not in use. It means when we are standing at the red light, as well as we should make sure that our vehicle is properly maintained and properly serviced. Okay, so this is about the effect of the pollution. How can we prevent the air pollution?